In Sketch, one of the most tricky and hard to use tool is this spline tool. I will work with this tool now. You can get that tool under this Sketch tab. From here you can get the spline, and there is the drop down menu. There are a few other type here. I will work with the spline, the basic spline tool. When I activate this thing, it's very flexible. You can do anything with this, like I can make any shape, or if I want I can make a closed shape with this thing. If I want I can make this open shape, and if I double click on this thing, my shape will be finished. By this way you can make the spline, but controlling the spline a bit harder. Now I will create one sketch and I will define fully that sketch. Suppose I took this spline and I will give few geometric relation and few dimension. After putting this dimension, you may think all are black, so that means this is fully defined. Even it says here it's fully defined. Actually, is it fully defined or not? Let's see what happened. When I press this spline, you can see for each point, each vertex, I get 2 drag point. For end vertex, I will get only one side drag point. What does this do? If I want to change this spline, I can change with this thing. That means even it is fully defined, but I can change this spline by using this drag handle. So first I have to mention few geometric relation, and I have to put few dimension for this drag handle. I will put horizontal. For this drag handle I will also put the horizontal. I put a few more dimension here. Let's see, is it totally fully defined? It's fully defined, but I can move this thing or not. Let's see. If I want to move this with the drag handle, that means drag handle is also black. It was gray at the time, now it's black. That means the drag handle is also fully defined. But when you can see there is few dotted line here. If you can't see that thing, just press your spline right click your mouse button, and then from here you can get display control polygon. If this is inactive, just activate that thing. You can get that thing. And when I click this thing, if I try to move this thing, let's see, I can also change this thing. That means still I can change this spline. So I need to put few more dimension. I put it one angle here. Now let's see, is it possible to move or not. If I try to move with any control point, I cannot change this thing. That means this is fully defined with this drag handle. Also I cannot change with this control point. That means there are lots of flexibility with this spline. If you want to control this spline, you have to put lot of dimension. Sometime if you want to get more controlling point, like here just only one vertex, if you want one more vertex point to control this spline better, then just right click, and from here you can insert spline point. I can add in anywhere in the curve. I can put this thing here. After putting this thing, this spline looks again, it's underdefined, because I can move this point. So by this way, if you want, you can add this thing. at this spline point. If you want to delete the spline point, it's very easy. Just click this thing and press delete. Your spline point will be deleted. So before you start with the spline in your practical project, just careful about that in spline is really hard to control, and just try to understand why you are using this thing, because if you are using this thing for fun, that is okay, or if you are using this thing for making any complex shape, like if you want to make any product which will be with the plastic molded product, that means it's not a problem with this thing. But if you want to make any product which is related with the machine design, then be careful about this thing.